Hey, how's it going YouTube? This is SilverBeanie here, bringing you guys week 5 for the PMC. Your Crystal Palossands this week are going up against the new South Wailmers and Coach the Flamebird. A brand new coach in the league. They've overtaken one of our previous coaches. So we've got a bit of a tough round on our hands this week. This match is a bit of an interesting one, as you may be able to see based on your layout in front of you. We have actually technically already had this match. However, my video file got corrupted and it got removed from my system, and I can no longer access it. So, long story short, I've literally, not gonna lie, spent about 3 plus 4, however many hours trying to resolve it, trying to fix it, trying to cover it. It ain't happening. So we're here. And we unfortunately are now stuck to having our match using this version, doing it this way. So sadly, you will not be getting a live sort of commentate. I'll try my best to kind of re-act it as it was, but obviously I know the results and I know exactly how the match, to an extent, goes down. I can roughly remember how it all happened, but the match it was actually taking place originally like 5 days ago, as I'm now recording this, because we actually recorded earlier. However, only just earlier today, because I went to go and edit it, only just today I found out that I couldn't use it. So obviously we couldn't redo the match, so this is what we're stuck with. So hopefully you guys can forgive me for the lack of quality in this one. I promise I will have it fixed, and it won't happen again the next week. I hope not anyway. I hope not. Hopefully this video makes it okay. But just to quickly sum up, so my opponent, we'll talk you guys quickly through it. If you missed our team builder, by the way, I haven't recorded I haven't actually checked to see if that file is still safe yet. So I've recorded it, but I haven't checked it yet. So hopefully that one's all good. But anyway, why am I loading up that? I don't want that. I want that page. So our opponent has a very scary team on their hands. Obviously, you can see on the end, that's the team they're bringing. I've already sort of taken the liberty of sorting that out, so we ain't got to fuss around with that this morning. Let me get there. It would help if I had this head. There they are. So my opponent had a large selection of Pokemon on their team. Obviously, you had the 6 there. Then they also had the option of like Sandslash, Alolan Ninetales, Garboda, and Slurpuff. There was another one. What was the other one? They bought this one, they bought that, they bought the Fire Shot. What? What? The Lando, the Zard, the Katana. Yeah, so Slowking. That's it, Slowking, Sandslash, Ninetales, Garboda, and Slurpuff. There we go. We got there eventually. 3 minutes into the video and already rambling. Okay, so no, there are all the ones that they could potentially bring. I'm near enough got exactly the right prediction, but we don't need to hear about that. Let's dive straight into it. You can see the 6 we're bringing. So check out our team builder so you can see what we're bringing. We're going to hit play. I hope this works. And it should just display the top screen. So far, so good. So we are actually going to be leading Don Fam. That was my best decision, I thought. It worked out the best against most of his team. I can get my rocks up. That was kind of my thought process. Get my rocks up as soon as possible. Now, can I hit pause? There is no pause button. Oh, that's so annoying. So, I actually thought he was going to switch here. I thought he was going to switch. So, knowing that I thought I would live regardless, I could have easily just hit Earthquake and I would have killed him. I remember seeing that calc. But we get our Arahpthos up and we get our rocks up, which is awesome. But I actually thought he was going to switch into the Landorus, predicting the rocks, or go into Charizard or something else. But he didn't. We actually switched out, obviously, and we went into our Venusaur. With Venusaur, which is my direct counter to the Xurkitree. I realized at this point Xurkitree is now scarfed. The fact that he went for the same thing, I thought, right, he's got to be scarfed. There's no way he's not scarfed. The fact that he switched, it's just obvious now. So he goes out and he goes straight into his Landorus, which was expected. He only had a couple Defoggers and Hazard Removers, and this is obviously one of them. So we're going to stay in. We are going to Mega Evolve, and I think we go for a Leech Seed. It doesn't have. I think we go for Leech Seed. Yeah, there it is. There's the Leech Seed. We go for the Leech Seed. It's that recovery store. He, I think, just goes straight for the defog this turn and gets rid of the rocks. Pretty sure that's what he does. Pretty sure this turn he goes, yeah, so we switch out and we go into, are we going to our Garvantula? Yep. We're going to our Garvantula, predicting the defog. Yep, and now, because he's gone for defog, I know he's defensive, which means he's not choiced, and obviously he's leftovers. Was he leftovers, actually? Let me think about this. Was he? No, he wasn't. Yeah, so we're going to go for, I think we go for Hidden Power Ice. No, we don't. We predict this, and I think we go for Thunder. I think we go for Thunder. Yeah, we do. Remember that. We go straight up for the Thunder, and then see how much damage that does. Thinking that he's actually going to go for a Sucker Punch, which he didn't, which is very surprising. We go for a Bug Wise, and we pick up the first kill there, which was absolutely awesome. Get rid of that Biosharp. Absolute incredible amount of pressure off the field. Great for turn 1. Now he goes into Charizard. This I need to get weakened. If Charizard sets up, it's going to be game. So I had to get damage off on this thing. Even if it means losing my Garvantula, it was worth it. Damage was so important on this thing. So we straight away, turn 1, we click Thunder. I was like, I cannot not get damage off on this thing. And turn 1, there it is. We get that Para, which was absolutely amazing. He does go for the Dragon Claw straight away. He doesn't set up, which is good for us. And he does take us down to pretty much near death. Yeah, at this point, I just realized, right, I'm going to sack it off now, get my webs up, and that's going to help us out huge in the game. Because he's now pretty much forced to get Landorus back out, so he can get that defog back off. So we at this point go into Oliphant, knowing that he's paralyzed, we outspeed him, and I think he actually switches here. Yeah, I know we hard switch. What do we do? It's so difficult trying to remember what I did. So we went into this. Did he switch? Pretty sure he switched. Yeah, he does, and I'm pretty sure he goes. What does he go into? He goes back out into the Landorus, doesn't he? Yep. Realizing that, I think I realized at this point that was actually not a good play on my part. I think I switched back out. No, we stay in. We go for Hidden Power Ice. It's almost like I'm watching this match for the first time. That was why we did it. We went for the Hidden Power Ice because it was guaranteed at least to be a 2-hit KO on the Landorus. I remember that. And we were guaranteed to live an Earthquake as well, which was awesome. But now we know at this point, webs are there to stay. And I found that out straight away. And we've already got rid of 2 of his hardest hitting mons on his team. We go for that Fire Blast. He misses turn 1, which was huge. I tell you now, that miss has cost us. This is such a weird play. Like already, like we're about halfway into the match at this point. Like, and yet it's only been like 8 minutes. It's such a weird way of doing this. I don't want to do this again. I don't like it. So we're going to switch out and we go back out to Donphan. And I think we go for the Stealth Rocks this time, don't we? He goes for the Wish. This is an interesting licky set, I have to say. You'll see like what I mean as it goes on. But yeah, he went for Toxic. He's now gone for Wish. We're going to get our rocks up. He has no way of getting rid of them now at this point. So we can just start getting some damage off and this thing. Absolutely beautiful. He goes for the Toxic, which makes sense. And he's just going to slowly start withering us down. I think I just stay in and just start Earthquaking, don't I? Because he hasn't got anything that's immune to me. I'm pretty sure that's what I do. You knock off first. It's like I'm watching the match for the first time. It's such a weird way of doing it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm really upset that the video got corrupted. Really am. Yeah, so we're getting withered down. We have no way of recovering our Oliphant anymore. We get rid of the we go back. And yeah, we go into the Venusaur. We go into the Venusaur and you go into the Katana. Yeah, I remember that. I remember this. It's like I'm watching it for the first time. This is crazy. And I think we don't go for Leashy because obviously I know it does nothing. I think we just go straight for the Hidden Power Fire. We do reveal the Hidden Power Fire. I think he goes back out into Charizard. No, he goes back out to this thing. And yeah, he gets caught in the webs and we reveal the Hidden Power Fire, which I think he may have feared as soon as we went into this. So we kind of just revealed it there, which is fine. But that does nothing, and I think we lead. And obviously he can't Toxic me. All we can do is Wish Stall me. So there's the Wish. At this point now, I'm predicting the Protect to restore his health. That is pretty much what I'm predicting at this point. So realizing that, I think, yeah, we go for the Toxic. He didn't go for the Protect. What did he do? Man, this is weird. I should have watched this first actually and then recorded. Oh well, you guys get to see me just be weird. So you guys for the toxic and completely misses, obviously. Let me get my setup because I know what I have here. Who goes down to what? Okay. So we've got a few turns until something crazy happens. Okay, so we're going to go for Giga Drain. Yeah, at this point we just want to get rid of this, make this Licky Licky as weak as possible. The Toxic can just come in and just pretty much take it down in one go. Because he's just going to keep recover stalling, which is just fine. I've got no issues with that. Because yeah, another round and this thing's gone. So he withdraws, and I think he goes. What does he do? He goes back out into he goes back into the Charizard now, doesn't he? Yep, there's the Charizard. He gets caught in the webs, gets hit with 25% rocks damage. There they are, and we go for Giga Drain. That does absolutely nothing, but it takes him below 50%, which was huge, because that means a lot for us. So we can try and get this thing withered down. At the moment, we are in the operating seat, but a lot can change. So we do go for another Leech Seed. This thing, I don't think, at this point, I'm thinking this thing's not going to keep switching in and out. You know, this is it. This thing's in now. It's not going to keep switching around anymore. He goes straight for a Flare Blitz, does a massive chunk of 50%, which is huge. But obviously does get hit with that recoil damage in return. That did wither him down quite a bit. But we're going to switch out, and I think we go into Mega, yep, which was the Lycanroc, yes. He gets fully paralyzed, which was what we needed. We needed a free turn, because if he went for Flare Blitz, he would have done nothing. If he went for Earthquake, that would have killed. So it was important that he either misplayed or he got frozen. And yeah, we went for the Durarun. I don't think it quite killed. No, it doesn't. It just misses out. But the Leech Seed should, yeah, we live just. The Leech Seed is enough to pick up the kill. So Venusaur gets himself a kill. So at this point, Garchomp got one Bug Buzz. Ninetales killed the Lander with Empower Ice, and the Venusaur's killed the Charizard with that Leech Seed. So now the Katana comes back in. Now the Katana, I'm expecting to be Scarfed, but because of the webs, it does get weakened, and we at this point, we're Scarfed, so we guarantee outspeed him. We just go for a Durarun, get damage off. At this point, it's not worth me keeping this thing around. It's done its job. I'm just going to sack off the Lycanroc, get a free switch him. He does get a Beast Boost, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Absolutely fine, because we can get around that easily. We go into a Sakura, the Ninetales. Now, Ninetales at this point can just clean. Like, Ninetales just sweeps the rest of the game. We get our Sun up. He has no switch-ins to this thing. All I have to do is just hit, attack, really. He goes for a Sacred Sword. This does a nice chunk of damage, but nothing near enough. We go for a Fire Blast, and obviously that is a dead Katana. There's no way that thing is absolutely diddly one of a chance. So the Katana goes down. Now he's left with the Licky Licky and the Xurkitree. The Xurkitree's got full health at this point though. But the Licky Licky is obviously quite weakened, as you can see. Ninetales is still in that controlling seat. He's going to get hit with 25%. Well, it's about 10%, whatever it is. So I think we just go. Yeah, he goes for Protect. I actually ended up clicking Solar Beam here. I'm pretty sure. Yep, the Solar Beam is 100% accurate, and I didn't want a chance to miss. So we just go straight for that Solar Beam. It's safe, it's easy, and it does a nice amount of chunk as well to the Xurkitree, so I don't have to worry about missing or anything like that. It does a nice chunk regardless. So we just go for another Solar Beam. He tries to get a double Protect, fails. We get another Solar Beam off, and that should take a hit, and that Licky Licky does go down with that Solar Beam. And now at this point, all he has left is the Xurkitree. Sakura still lives, which is amazing. We are actually now at this point, obviously with that Xurkitree back out, he can barely touch me. Like, there's no way he can finish the rest of my team. He's choiced. He has to go for a single type move, and there's no way he can do it. So we switch out, and we go into the Venusaur. It's the only thing that he can't kill the rest of my team because I've still got Donphan, so he can't stick himself with electric. And grass, I eat grass for days. So I think this was Hidden Power Fire because it takes advantage of the drought. But we at this point start clicking Giga Drain, and because of because of our HP and everything, we do more damage to him than he does to me. The sun now fades, so now his Hidden Power Fire is going to do even less. He goes for Hidden Power Fire again. And still does absolutely nothing near as what it needs to be doing. So we go for another Giga Drain. just living. He's living on about 10% there, but we have now got just enough health where another hidden power fire, which is coming our way, is going to come through, and that is going to be hitting us hard. We're just living, and then Giga Drain comes in and cleans the field. It cleans the field, and the Crystal Palossands pick up their first W. Quite a wild way of doing it. This really is. But we pick up our first W right there. Before this, we had 4 losses in a row. I never mentioned that at the start. Usually I do. I never mentioned that. But we had 4 losses in a row to begin with. And our opponent was 2-2. So they had a little bit of an advantage. Whereas we were just going in and just going to fail it big time. So, hey. But hey, we managed to make it work. We had a really good team. Like, one of the things I've really said at the start, I remember saying at the start of this match, was I really wanted to simplify everything. So I simplified the layout, as you can see, so I don't have to fuss around with that at the start. You know, I was relaxed, I was calm, I was prepared, and it really worked because we were really calm, we were really focused on what we needed to do. I knew my switch-ins, I knew my strats and how I needed to get around his team, and you know, I was, as soon as I knew what his team was, because I was really worried that he was going to bring things like the Slow King with the Regenerator, and he was just going to stall. And but when I saw Licky Licky, I was shocked. I did not expect that to come. So, you know, he definitely surprised me. I'm sorry that you guys can't see my actual full initial reaction. If I ever do find a way of getting the video working, I'll post it in my Discord or something like that, and you guys can check it out. But sadly it may never come to properly be a full match. So you only get a 15-minute one, which is wild. This video, this actual match in general, took just under an hour, so it was crazy. But there we go. Your Crystal Palossands do pick up their first W. Unfortunately, it is under a weird system, but hey, we did it. We won, and I remember screaming out loud at the end of this, and I'm going to scream out loud again because we won, baby. We won, and it was an amazing, amazing, amazing moment. I felt very, very proud how we were bopping them all down. But yeah, there we go. We did pick up our first W, which is amazing. So thank you guys so much. That's pretty much it from me. I don't really know what else I can say. Usually at the end of this, I'm chatting away with you guys and we have a little chat. But there's not really much I can do. Let me know your thoughts on today's question of the day. It's kind of just been chilling here. Let me know what you're most excited about for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Let me know, what's the one thing you cannot wait for about those games. And as always, do check out my opponent's side of the match. You can actually see, the full length battle. You can see my opponent's kind of strats. You won't be able to see my strats, but you can kind of get an idea maybe what I was doing in between the turns. So definitely go check them out. Show them some love. But that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have another match for you next weekend. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Like this video if you enjoyed it. My name is SilverBeanie, and I will catch all y'all beautiful people next time.